Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. Yeah.
Hennessy and Hotwings, you tuning in. Hennessy and Hotwings, you tuning in. Just listen to Miss Hot Sauce, she doing it. I'm fucking with Miss Hot Sauce, she cute as shit. She talking about your city and what's going on. She got tips for you, shorty, how to get it on. She talking to the men and what they doing wrong. Politicking about some business, she a little sassy. Hennessy and Hotwings with some hot sauce, that's real classy. Depending on the topic, she might get nasty. Got your podcast blasting, it's a real classic. Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking. Yeah, papers, let's get it cracking.
Got my Hennessy and Hotwings, let's get it cracking.
And that's me. And that's her.
It's me anticipating the. It's that.
And because I was waiting to do it right on time this time, I missed it again because we weren't there to be there with it. So that was a bummer.
It's all right. It's all right.
All right, it's okay. And
like
stuff. Hi, Jamila.
Hi, Jam. Yes. Did you?
Yes. Yeah. Gathered here today. On this fine Wednesday. On this fine Wednesday evening.
Yes.
To bring to you another episode of Hennessy or Henny and Hot Wings.
Wow.
Or in this case, we might have to call it something like Hennessy and cauliflower buffalo wings.
Oh, we've got a vegan in the house.
Yes.
That's
it's not
right.
One in a row,
I know. What's that about? We gotta get some. We gotta get some carnivores.
Keith isn't too, but Bakari definitely is.
Yeah, I feel like Keith is on his way. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, no.
But he definitely is. But yeah, we have a really dope ass show for you guys lined up for today. We're gonna have some girl talk. Yes. So, ladies, if you guys are tuned in right now, tell some more lady friends
and then share it and do that stuff.
We need to talk boss shit today.
Oh, like, this is a real boss ass episode tonight for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Guys, you guys can stay too because maybe you'll learn something. Yeah. But anyways, my name is Hot Sauce, as you guys know already, and I'm joined by my lovely
Miss Mo Phillips. So my shirt says, because this is my mood these days, keep your head high and your middle finger higher.
Bitch, that's the one.
That's just where I'm at.
That's the one, though.
That's where I'm at. How are you, though? We got to do a quick little check-in. How are you? Okay, like that. Bet. I like that check-in. I like it. That speaks volumes. We're
there.
We're here.
You know, we here. We outside. So, we're gonna stay outside. We're gonna have some fun out there, and we'll just call it a day because we don't got no time for nothing else.
That's it.
Today, like we said, we have an awesome lady friend on today. She happens to be one of my besties, so I'm really excited about it. She is a vegan chef extraordinaire. She is also a boss babe who owns the accolade of a corporate.
Hey yo.
She holds down her own salon. She's dope. She's turning into my new fitness guru, and she got a really nice ass.
Whoa, my God!
I'll leave it there. A really nice.
Welcome, the one and only. Yes. My goodness. Big Neats in the building, also known as Naughty Girls, also known as Naughty Vegan, also known as mad different things in that ass. But that ass.
Is that ass. Right, Mo?
Straight to it. Let's just get straight to it.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
And you know what kind of girl me and Mo are? We the same kind.
Why are we doing this? Why? Are we starting off like this? Why are we doing this?
Mo won't let me hold my rainbow flag
because
very
just
high.
last week she was claiming Strictly Dickly. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not.
I mean, it's not. It's whatever. Haters is gonna hate, and I know that. That's
Hi,
how.
Jamila.
Hi, Jamila. And see that ass.
That ass though.
Hi, naughty girls. Hi, big needs. How are you?
I'm well. How are you guys? Happy Wednesday. Happy 2/22.
Right.
This is a
Come
good
on
day.
now.
Yeah.
Magical day. Put
Yeah.
something in the atmosphere. Put something that you want to manifest.
I'll put something in the atmosphere in a second. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. That's what you know. What is happening right now? I am going through a hard time. A hard time.
Yeah.
Like I'm having a hard time dealing with life. Like I was just describing it to Tony the other day. I said, like nowadays I be stepping out my house and I be going everywhere and I just be like, ugh.
It's so much. It's
Yeah.
so much.
I'm like disgusted with the world. And I think that's my fault because I clearly have way too much on my plate. And yeah, I'm over it.
That's it. That's the moral of the story.
That's all I am. I'm over it. Very much so. How are you?
That's crazy.
How are you, Shanita?
I'm cool. I think I'm at this point right now doing so much and really in a way that I'm like putting out my energy that I don't really know what's going on besides that. Like if I'm not cooking and making a video for that, then I'm at the gym and making a video for that, or I'm at work managing and doing whatever.
Creation mode.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I think like brings me peace.
Yeah.
Because I think I've had to admit that I'm a creative person, and doing things like when I was doing my tree, it took me a little bit longer than usual. Christmas tree, I know it's late, but it took me a little bit longer than usual to do it.
Yeah,
but when I was sitting there doing the ribbons, when I was sitting there doing all the arts and crafts, then I felt really at peace, and I was like, this is what I do. This makes me feel good. Being a boss and all that is fun as well, but you need to have an outlet that's hobbies or that's just something for you to pour your energy out.
That's not, you're not looking for revenue from it. It's literally just therapeutic.
It's a
therapeutic.
Yeah.
And my therapist is on maternity leave, so I got to make a way.
Why do therapists be thinking they can have lives? Like, we don't need them. Like, what is this?
And she didn't even try to tell me. She didn't even try to tell me because I never seen her down here.
She was
I go to, like, my friend goes to her too, and she was like, she's pregnant, and that's how I found out.
Oh,
but yeah, she's on maternity, so
that's been a really good theme on Henny and Hotwings lately is therapy and how people are dealing with the fucked upness of the entire world that is going on around us. How long have you been in therapy?
I went to a therapist a few years ago, like 2 sessions. And then last year, I want to say I was in therapy from like March to December. And then she went on leave. And that was our time. She had asked me if I wanted a referral or if I wanted to see how I did without her. Because, they don't want you to become too dependent.
Right.
So this was my time. And what happened was, really quickly, my last appointment, she had to cancel it because she said the baby was showing signs of coming. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that, like, if it's in the plans and you pull out, then I'm like, oh. So the first few weeks were a little rough, but then I think I got it together.
Oh. I think I figured it out.
I think I found
in my opinion. Don't ask nobody else. They might not say that.
Mo, are you still in therapy?
Girl, I'm grateful that I am in therapy. You understand me? I took a little bit of a break for a while because I had a therapist who was Greek, and she was great for like my intro into therapy, but I had reached like that plateau where I was like, all right, sis, if you tell me to write one more letter, we're going to fight, like straight up. I don't want to write another unsent letter. So I had to like take a pause. Yeah, I had to take a pause because I really wanted to find a Black therapist. So that was like a 3-month hiatus. of me not seeing a therapist, and I felt it. Oh, I felt it. My God. I'm one of those people that I have to release. I'm a Cancer. I'm so emotional. So I have to have a space.
You're a Cancer too?
You are? Oh my God. Okay. Wow. The hate in the corner. Wow.
We like Libras.
We love
my
you,
son's
Libras.
a Libra. My best friend's a Libra. Like
we
we're
love
cool.
you.
It's true. It's true.
So,
we do make a good team.
Right. We lit. We
Balance.
It's balance, right? It's balance. But yeah, so because I'm so emotional, I need that like outlet to be able to go crazy. So those 3 months, I was like, I'm about to lose it. I'm about to go crazy. And then the Lord found me a good old black therapist. Found me a good old black therapist.
What do you do like as an outlet besides therapy? If you didn't find that person, what would you have eventually done?
The problem was I was finding a lot of bad outlets. That was the problem.
I hear you.
Outlets. Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to make a little cooking video or something.
Mad real.
That's mad real, right?
You are a cooker too, but maybe it's sometimes when you are missing that actual therapy, you will find therapy like on a dick or something like that. Like
ways. That's not okay. Or in a bottle, or
damn it, fell on it again.
Smoking. Like, who doesn't know? I mean, I'm a smoker.
That's real.
Yeah, it's
That's
real shit.
real.
It's real shit.
I feel like I need a hug. I just need a hug.
But you know what I've learned from this journey, because I'm, as a Cancer, every 2 minutes I'm dealing with heartbreak, every 2 minutes. So with this round of heartbreak, I'm learning to I need a hug. I'm learning to do that instead of going to jump on a dick or pick up a bottle or smoke excessively. I'm learning to do that. Just give me a hug and let me talk about it in therapy.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Just it. Give me hugs.
Can I say something real quick? I know we didn't get into the boss talk yet, but I've been realizing lately that, especially with me working out more and becoming like physically strong and harder, whatever, I have become way more vulnerable and softer.
Emotionally?
Yeah, I'm like,
that's how it happens.
Emotionally, I'm already emotional though, but I'm vulnerable in the way that I could tell you what's going on, how I'm feeling.
Yep.
And I'm also like, I need a hug. I need the balance of something soft because I have to be hard everywhere now. I have to be hard at work. I have to be hard, I'm raising a boy. I have to be, granted, not saying that he has to, have to man up or nothing, but I have to be stern with him.
Yeah.
So sometimes I need the balance of softness, and it's very interesting to say that I'm looking for that from a man now. For a man where that's not
you're looking for
where
space. But I think
I'm
what
looking
you
for
mean is like you're looking for the
affection and the
space where you
kindness.
can be that. You know what I mean? I think that's what it is. It's like I'm not necessarily looking for the man to be soft, but I'm looking for the space where I can actually be soft.
Where you can be vulnerable.
Exactly. That's not soft. That's right. Vulnerable. I like that word better.
But he also gotta be nice.
Right. Be nice to me. The fuck.
He gotta be nice.
You guys, I don't think that y'all like nice guys though, do you?
Not me. Nice guys finish first.
I like nice guys.
What does that mean? You know
nice
why?
Guys finish first.
Actually, before we get into that,
all right.
we're gonna get it. We're definitely gonna get there. And so again, ladies, if you guys are tuning in right now, we're gonna have some good girl talk. And we're just gonna shoot the shit. You guys can join us in the comments. Go ahead, write down your comments in the section. Hotwings don't act all shy and weird. Like I see y'all. Y'all are logged in. All right.
We can see y'all.
Jamila can't be the only one holding down the comments. I want to know who else is in here. I can't see it.
The last time this happened too, I think they're getting cut off somewhere, and I'm not sure how or where. But you guys make sure that you put it up there. Look at her. She's still going to be vulnerable on the dick. Girl, bye.
It'd be like that. It'd be like
that. So, as we always start the show, we're just going to do a temperature check a relationship temperature check to see where you're at in your life. Shanita, we'll actually start with you tonight.
Yeah.
As a guest. We don't never start with guests.
In terms of...
me picking on her. Huh?
Wait, what you say? Where I'm at in terms of what?
In relationships, are you single, dating, fuck this shit, all of those things?
Oh,
What are you?
Yes.
All of the above.
Yes.
I like that. I like that answer.
I'm single, dating, taken, and I am not. You know, like I'm
I
all
don't
over.
even. I'm single, and I guess talking, and what is the other thing?
Dating.
Over it as well. You know,
Yeah.
I'm interested. I have interest. I'm just being big neats, and
I know that's
whoever
right.
starts to align with where I am and where I'm going and all that. Come on,
You better
come
preach.
on down.
You better preach.
Okay. So
Okay.
you all over right now. So
She's
this
all of
I'm
the
a
above.
hopeless romantic, so I'll never, even if I'm over it, I'll never be over it. I'm a vulnerable Cancer.
what does it
Soft
mean
shell
when
crab.
people say they're a hopeless romantic?
Like
I could
literally.
get hurt and go right back for it
Thank
and
you.
be open again to try it again because
Thank
I
you.
believe in love.
Come
Do
on.
you believe that can be no, shit's a blessing and a curse? Do you feel like that could be that?
Absolutely. Child, absolutely. That's why I'm called resilient. I could take a licking and keep on ticking.
We're gonna cry.
And,
We're gonna cry, but we're gonna be back to it tomorrow. You feel me?
and
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
cry
block
about it.
you and I'm gonna not talk to you.
Right.
But
I
the
still love
next
you.
person, I'll try again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try again.
So okay, so and we're gonna get deeper in. Mo, how are you this week?
I'm teetering the line between I'm over it and single. Like I'm teetering that line. Before I was pimping all over the world, things go from 100 to 0 real quick, very, very quick. I had to take a step back and do some reevaluations because things were just not very comfortable in my cipher. So in my cipher, things were not comfortable. So I had to take a step back. And right now I'm kind of like on the line of I'm over it. And I'm on that same way with Big Neats. Like I just want to align what's for me at this point. Like I'm done with the dumb shit, the chasing and all the games. Like I really just want what's for me right now. So until that time comes, I'm gonna keep working on me and doing what I gotta do and loving on me until that right person is aligned, because I am too a hopeless romantic.
Hopeless romantic.
I think that should be the theme song. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Hopeless romantic. If you don't make the ugly face, it's not real. For me, I think that I am in a weird place. I'm in a very weird place. I don't know if I'm coming or going. I don't know if I'm ready to take the plunge or if I'm ready to, like, nah, son, we out here.
We outside.
Nah.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like in limbo fighting that off right now. So I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm, like, I feel like I've almost made the relationship part of my life not a priority. I think in two things happens. Because of the amount of workload that I have, it can't be a priority. And because, like, I'm gonna have time for that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things that I'm a little bit intolerant about, but at the same time, I think that I'm low-key a hopeless romantic as well. I know that it will happen. I know that it can happen. I can see it happening, but I'm not sure. I don't know what's happening.
You're not sure how important it is at this moment.
At this moment. Right.
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't know if disrupting my life is what I need to be doing right now, because there's so many things that need to be normalized for me to even be able to fully enjoy it in a way that it's not like all about me all the time. Because all I want to do is cuddle and cry.
That's it.
But imagine a relationship like, granted, we know nothing about this relationship, but the one that we just found out about with Pinky and Slutty Vegan and Big Dave's Cheesecakes. And how they seem to mirror each other.
Yeah.
And they seem to have come together and now they're running together. I see you with somebody like that where it doesn't have to disrupt.
No,
but this is hopeless romantic in me.
And you're afraid of that?
That's the thing. I feel like hopeless and romantic can sometimes set you up for those type of realities, and sometimes they're not yours. You know, like she happened to be able to find someone that literally aligns with her life. It's cooking, having a kid. They were both a millionaire. I mean, they both, you know, have started pretty, you know, like not too long ago, and we're all already on a trajectory to be there. I don't know. I don't know. I feel sometimes like we look at people and I wouldn't say relationship goals them, because I like to relationship goals people. I think it's cool. But I just feel like I've been disappointed so many times by my relationship goal people, besides Jay-Z and Beyonce. And Keisha and Gucci. But you know, you know, like those type of situations.
And Cardi and Offset.
How?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
As I choke.
Rihanna?
Wow.
I don't.
Wow.
Break. Don't trigger me.
I'm distraught. This is actually the reason why I have bags under my eyes. Okay, that's actually the reason why. Because
I wasn't saying it in terms of like relationship goals, but I'm just saying it because you had said somebody that could distract or, like, you know, kind of throw you off your game, and I was just saying that maybe it could be something that kind of, since they align with you, it starts to make sense. And then there's somebody that pushes you and keeps, you know, they can help you, they can pour into you, they can feed you, teach you, all that stuff. That I feel like there are men that do that.
Yeah,
there are women that do that, and that's the type of relationship I'm trying to get. Because the where I want to go, you know, you can't go get there alone, you know. And I know that I'm the type of person that if I'm taken care of and loved properly, I feel like I can do anything.
And everything.
I mean, yes. So that part I do like, and I don't eat like. Let's go. I don't. I don't feel like. So I agree with you. I don't feel. How do you feel about when you reach another level? Are you opposed to who it is? Does it have to be someone that is businessy likey? Does it have to be that? Like when people think about dating boss CEOs and shit like that, they often feel some type of way. You know, like how I don't know what I'm trying to ask, but do you feel like that can be an hindrance?
No. I it doesn't, they don't have to be a boss. They have to be a nice person, a kind person. They have to, you know, they have to want to pour into each other and grow and all the other stuff. They don't have to be, because I've dated successful men, and they are a lot of times their lives are chaotic and they're a mess and they're always busy and all of that. And I am needy. You know, I know it's not a bad thing. I remember my therapist told me, let's redefine that. I can't remember what she said though. So I'm just saying needy, you know.
I just want time, but I guess that's needy.
Yeah, you know, you want if they match up with your love language or whatever the case, they don't have to be this certain person. You just have to feel good. They have to care about you. They have to want to protect you, like all those things that come with it. So maybe, again, not relationship goals, but maybe like Pinky and her, how you said that you're so busy. Maybe it works for them because they're so busy, you know, and then they are able to come home together, whatever works for them. But rather than her being so busy and having somebody that has mad time and they're like, oh, what about me?
So
when you come home, you work so much, you know, like it whatever works for you. But I don't look at that stuff anymore. I look at character and how they make me feel.
What kind, like
trash?
Not physically, but when you say like how they make you feel, what do you want them to make you feel like?
Wanted, protected, cared for.
Like it sounds so basic, but it's so much. It's such a hard thing.
I just thought you independent women. I thought you independent women, you strong women. It's so funny how those words now have you know, like now have almost a negative connotation to them.
They sure do.
Right, because they have the Hoteps have beat us down to a pulp. Do you understand me?
What do you mean by that, Mo?
Exactly. You weaponize the fact that, let's be honest, nobody chose independence. You understand me? But when you have no other choice, of course you're going to learn to fend for yourself.
Yes.
So like you then use it and say, "Oh, you don't need me." Yeah, because I've learned I don't. I actually don't, and that's not a bad thing. But why are you using it against me? But I feel like now independent woman is like, "Oh, you don't need a man, and that's a problem." No, I shouldn't.
Talk about it.
That's a problem.
But then about it.
Go ahead.
But then you get mad when you get the woman who's leeching off of you and needs you and you're supporting. Like, all right, so let me step down a little bit.
No, I mean, I feel your frustration a whole lot.
Yeah, because you would think you would want to be wanted. Exactly, Jamila.
I heard that there's a difference. I heard that women want to be wanted and men want to be needed.
Oh. Is that what
Where's
it is?
that? I don't see that comment.
No, this is what I heard in my social media journey.
Oh no. You said they want to feel, what is it?
Men want to feel needed and women want to feel wanted.
I have also heard, to piggyback off of that. I've heard men want to be respected. That's the new thing that I've seen.
How do we define?
Don't get me to listen.
I just got a Kevin Samuels wave, and I don't know why. It just made me go. Oh.
Let me just tell y'all real quick. For 2022, I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't drag men.
We're not
black men.
No, we're not gonna drag them.
Right. But I feel it. I feel something.
You feel something in your spirit?
Because I mean, that's a beautiful thing. It's fine for people who don't want to be respected and whatever else. What you need is what you need. You know, like not everybody wants to feel needed all the time. Some men do. But I will say there was something that Mo said just a second ago. Oh, about independent women. Real quickly, go back to that. I feel like it started becoming weaponized against us, or it was not just one side. It was also, because I have been that person where, you know, you're a boss and you think that you're better. I thought that I was better than people after a while. Like, not everyone, but like, oh, you can't even help me on the bills or whatever. Like, I can do it myself. So you kind of throw it back.
Can we admit that there are some people that you do have that feeling about? Like, what are you thinking, sir? Like, no.
And it's not that I think I'm better than, but if I'm at this level and I'm able to take care of myself, what are you doing here? If you can't.
I think there's a thing with men where they started to feel attacked by women, where it was being said to them in a way. And that's where this whole not where it's coming from, but the feminine masculine thing, you know, and like talking to them a certain way and not throwing money or not, you know, like all of those things that I feel like there was a time that women were doing that. And now that we've learned strong and resilience is a setup, now we're coming back to this other side of things where it's like, I don't want to be any of those. I can be independent, but like, you still got to buy me stuff and be nice to me and take me out. Like, still
court me, still let me feel like a lady. Yeah.
So I think that both sides had to grow through that, because it was something that was new for a generation of Black women. And then men kind of switched around, and then they were not the breadwinners anymore, and women were at work, and maybe some of them were at home, you know, like, so we all had to grow through it. And I think we're coming out on the other side of it now, where men maybe are more vulnerable. I just see a shift with men. I see a shift with men where sometimes I'm like, men want to be women, but I don't want to drag anybody.
We're not dragging. We're not dragging.
It's not some. I'm not talking about.
I'm just saying, sis, say that, because even if y'all don't want to say it, let's say it. If niggas want to wear a purse, just say that.
Because then they attack you for wanting to be taken care of and all these other things, and it's like, what do you want?
What do you want to do here? What do you want to do here?
You don't want us to say the independent thing. It's like it just becomes like a riddle or a maze where it's like, okay, well, I can't bring this up, but I could talk to, hey, big daddy, hey, blah, 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 but I can't do that too soft, because at the end of the day, you can take care of yourself and blah, blah. Why can't you do that for yourself? And it's a lot, but hopeless
Nobody
romantic
ever
and power
asked
of the
for that.
mind. We're not going to focus on those type of men.
Because there is going to be a perfect match that is going to not look at you as needy, that is going to want to spend as much time that you want to spend without any question, and want to just do what you want to do without any effort. I truly believe that. I truly believe that.
Good men out there that want to do that.
Do you believe? Okay, that's one. Do you believe that there's any real niggas left? Like, do you feel like there are?
That's the hopeless romantic in me. That's literally the definition of my hopeless romantic. There is still a real nigga left out here. There's still
absolutely,
yes.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people are just in a place of healing, and I don't know. Maybe it might need a little bit more time. Maybe a man got out of a bad breakup and he's working on himself, and in a year or two you might come and you know. I think that they're still there. I think
thing. I think there's a lot. I think that there are good men, but I do also think that time is an actual thing.
Yes, 100%.
You know, like sometimes it's just not the right time.
Not the right time at all.
Yeah.
It's just not that time. You know, like
absolutely.
And if that's not the person at that time, then there's somebody else that maybe you were supposed to be with. You know, like
maybe
I don't
that's
think
the time for you to sit with yourself. That's what I be feeling.
Y'all, this is another thing that I read online because I blame everything on
online.
Do you feel like you may have maybe friend zoned?
Y'all.
Like you friend zone somebody that you should be with?
That I should be with, or that
you could have?
First off,
I don't think I could have been with them. No, I don't think I could have been with them.
There's a couple that I think everybody would love for me to be with. If I, you know, at that time, like nice men. Absolutely.
Interesting.
But I had to do my own healing.
Mo.
Huh?
Did
you see me trying to dodge? Did you see me?
Where was you going?
I was trying to dodge.
He was inching away.
What was the question again?
Like friend zoning. Have you friend zoned somebody
yeah,
you should have been with, or you just kind of?
So I'm in that phase right now where I'm questioning myself, right? So I feel like I friend zoned somebody, but I really don't think I could be with that person. You know what I mean?
Not? Why do you say that?
Because every time I have that feeling like, could it work? There's always something that happens. It's like, nah, dog, nah. Like never fails. It literally never fails. But it'll be like the smallest, pettiest thing. And don't get me wrong, this person, we've had history of like fuck shit where I've had feelings in the past, dogged me out. So we were like just friends. So he friend zoned me first. Now it's like the roles are reversed. You know what I mean? And I'm like, those same feelings aren't there anymore. And I can't force them. I can't. And he seems like he's 100% ready. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not there. I'm just not there.
Maybe it just needs more time for it to cycle around again, and then
Lord,
y'all are on the same
time
page.
I got left, honey.
I know.
I don't know how much time I got left.
I know. I also, I mean, you have to figure out or decide for yourself if that's some type of settling too.
Right, because that's what I feel like.
Well, I might as well. We're good friends,
right? And I don't want to end up in a might as well situation. I really don't.
Yeah.
You too.
I hear you, girl.
You too.
What about you, Danielle? Big sauce?
Big saucy?
Oh. I don't know. I don't think that
you have.
You think so?
I think she has 100%.
Yeah. I think that you have plenty of friends, male friends, and I'm sure one of them, no shade, but you work in a male-dominated industry, so you probably have mad male friends. But one of them could have been something more, or 2 or 5.
I agree. 3.
I mean, perhaps.
But if you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I often wonder, like, what would happen?
What if?
On my computer, it's driving me crazy. Oh no, then it's.
Oh, is it my smoke or something? I'm like,
no. It's been there since the beginning of time, and I've been staring at it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, that is crazy. I don't know what it is, but anyways, Yeah, I do. I feel like Mo, like, yeah, I don't think I could, but at the same time, I'm like, which one of you guys was it?
Which one of you?
Which one of you guys was the one? Huh. Interesting.
I mean, they say that you already have everything that you need. It could be somebody around you. It could be somebody right in your face. You never know. But I mean, we can't go off of chemistry either, because chemistry will lead you down the wrong road.
Dark path, Jesus.
We can't go off of chemistry, but there has to be some type of something. Or then somebody, if they don't want to be in the friend zone, they need to step it up too and maybe show you a little something. True. A little razzle dazzle, make you look at them differently.
Can we just
there
talk
are
about,
men that come out of friend zone? It might take 10 years, but they'll come out.
Can we just talk about the being a hopeless romantic and like making an actual gesture? A romantic gesture speaks volumes. At least for me, I can speak for myself. Like, you do something romantic, you might just change my mind about you. You feel me?
What's romantic?
Plan a date. Do the things that we see in all these fucking movies.
Oh, you
light some fucking candles. Yes, I love that shit. Give me all of that. Please. Be outside my window with a boombox. Okay, don't be outside my window with a boombox because you might get shot. Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm a romantic. I'm with you, but only if I have shown some type of interest.
Oh, true. Otherwise, you're a stalker.
We gotta add
Otherwise,
that in
you're
there.
a stalker, right?
Yeah. You gotta add that in there, because then people who know that they're just friends will come and give you roses and all those things, and then you're like, thanks.
But see, I guess that's when the time comes, because I'm not gonna set a boundary if there's no boundary that needs to be set. You feel me? So I do want you to step up. Let me know what your intent is, and if it's not there, I do have the responsibility of letting you know. Thank you. I appreciate that gesture, but I'm not in that space with you. But shoot your shots, please.
You can communicate like that?
I've learned now how to communicate like that. I have. I've learned how to communicate. Or listen.
I will fall back.
And that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, I'm gonna give you the reason why I'm falling back before I fall back. I'm not gonna give you much more after that. I'm gonna tell you I'm falling back, and then I'm falling back. That's kind of it.
I feel like I don't even want to tell them I'm falling back. I just want to kind of do a slow fade, and you don't even realize that I'm gone, because I just am very childish in the way that I just don't want to have those type of conversations. I don't want you to say something that I don't want to hear.
I will say that part of my therapy last year.
No, Robin, you're not going to ghost them.
No, exactly. I have learned a lot about boundaries, and I have gotten a lot better with communication and saying, listen, this isn't working. Like, we're not a good fit. We're not aligned, whatever it comes out. But it's not easy all the time. Sometimes it's like, listen, I'm dealing with too much. I can't right now. Whatever. We tried and this didn't work. Like, there's different ways, but it also depends, I think, maybe on what the person has done. If there's somebody that's super duper nice and you just don't know how to like let them down, then you might have to do the slow fade. But at the same time, they're the ones that like deserve it the most.
Thank you. That's what I feel. I feel like the slow fade is a cop out, bruh. And I feel like it's only easy for the person that's fading away. Like, the person on the other side is going through all types of turmoil, trying to figure out why you're fading away, what's going on, instead of you just coming out and saying, this is what it is. That's why I would prefer somebody just say, listen, it's not working for me right now. Boom, bam, boom. And you can go ghost for me from that point on, because I've had that conversation with you.
Yeah.
But when you do the slow fade, it leaves too much room for questions. Yeah. It leaves way too much room.
I do the slow fade now if I've already said something. I've already communicated, and you're not really respecting the boundary, then, or if you do something to like hurt me or make me feel,
I don't even know how to slow fade. I'm like I'm 0 to 100 or 100 to 0. I don't even know how to slow fade. So like, just recently, I'm glad we went into this topic. Just recently, I had a whole weekend of like having to send fake breakup texts, because it was like, I'm in this space right now where I can't.
Not a whole weekend.
I was just sending fake breakup texts all weekend. Like, just, it was crazy, because it was like,
oh, you are a pimp.
It's not a pimp thing. It was, I needed to set my boundaries. I needed to set boundaries. I was in a space where I couldn't give what people were wanting of me. So I had to set boundaries. Like, listen, this is not going to work.
Quick.
Huh?
You said them so quick, I feel.
Well, I mean, people were having expectations so quick. Okay.
I hear that.
There were so many expectations so freaking quick.
Down.
I had to shut it down extremely quick. And it was like I didn't even have that energy to do the slow fade or give more of an explanation. It was just like, listen, it's not working. It's not y'all. Y'all are mad cool. It's me. It's timing. I'm out. Drop the mic. I can't do this. Drops mic, blocks, because I don't want this to be an open dialogue. That's my decision. This is my boundary. Period.
You are a Cancer girl, because you're gonna say you're in the mood to go and say all that stuff, and then you're gonna go in your shell and be like, "Now don't bother me.
Now leave me alone.
Now leave me alone." I understand that, because I would do that too. I would go on a binge one weekend because I'm in a mood. You know, and I just can't deal with anybody. And then I'm gonna go and chill.
Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. And it's like it's not even like I'm going to start some stuff. Like I intended for this to be a good situation. It's not feeling very good for me right now.
I don't like the feeling.
I don't like how this is feeling. So I need to set boundaries now. I don't like it.
I like that growth.
Right. Look at the growth. Yeah. Look at us being grown and shit.
Boy, he's working me tonight, boy.
Uh-oh.
He's on it. Okay, on it. We like have children, they say. It's gonna be fun, they said. He want one nugget.
Just one nugget then.
Oh man. Good thing we were on boundaries. I'm working on being able to set boundaries. Mm-hmm. I've been trying really well. I'm usually able to do it easier in work than I am in real life. Mm-hmm. But I have been trying. I don't think I'm defining the boundaries. I think I'm just making them as I go along. Like I be in the situation and be like,
this doesn't feel good. Boundary. I feel like that's all.
Boundary.
Yeah. Boundary. This doesn't feel good.
This feels like one right now. So, I'm just gonna exit stage left.
Boom.
We don't have to talk about it. Pretend like it never happened. Yeah, I do that a lot with because I live upstairs from my mom, and old people. She's a sweet lady. I love her so much. But as we get older, our mind does things to us. Wow. So she's like, when I find myself bumping heads with her, I'd be like,
it's time.
Slow fade.
Yep, gotta go.
Don't see me for 2 days because you're wilding. So like I gotta and then at the same time, and I'm leaving him here because
I need space.
And I need my time. You have nothing else to do, so. But she's been getting money off of me, so that's cool.
Now tell me, because I know it's easy to set boundaries with other people, right? Oh, hello there, King.
I love him.
No. Today, right now.
He is the best.
I love the peek over. Like,
go in there.
So
you're live?
Oh, you're live. Oh, hey guys. Oh, hey.
Every Zoom meeting.
I
just want to say hi. You're not the one they want to talk to.
But CK is the official co-star, though. He definitely is. But no, I was going to ask a follow-up to that. So we know how we were learning how to set our own boundaries for ourselves, right? How good are we with respecting other people's boundaries?
Awful.
I am horrendous too. I'm trying to learn how to do better with that. I'm horrendous, yo.
Child, for somebody, because I will send you an Oprah meme like, you get a boundary and you get a boundary. Like, everybody. I can put them up. But if you try to set a boundary against me, what do you mean?
Excuse me,
why? Because I'm that amazing that you should always want to be around me or deal with me or whatever.
Yo, you're a Cancer.
So how
real.
Dare you?
Cancer gang for real, because that is exactly my sentiment. Like, what do you need a boundary for me for? Because
I'm like, what? I listen to you. I'm nice. I cook. And now you need space, or you need this, or you don't like how
For me,
I don't like when you do that.
what? I can't comprehend that. So this is where I'm now learning. Now that I'm getting good at setting boundaries, I also have to teach myself how to respect others, right?
Yeah.
Because I know how annoying it is when I set a boundary and somebody doesn't respect it, right? I be preaching to myself too. I be preaching to myself.
It took me, I probably learned the boundaries, and I was doing great with boundaries for like, let's say 6 months. It took me about that long to realize, part of this is respecting other people's boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you're setting a boundary? That's what that is? I thought that you...
And then be like,
I didn't
good
know.
for you. Good for you. But
I'm supposed to respect that?
And Danielle, you said that you are better at setting boundaries with work. I remember being like that and having to really sit there and be like, when it comes to work, I do not play. If you miss an appointment, you will get blocked. Like there's certain things that, because it's like a disrespect to my time or whatever else. But then I was letting people do whatever to me emotionally. And I'm like, why am I not like that with me? With protecting myself and how people treat me, and they could do something, I would block, I would not talk to them, and then eventually I would talk to them again. Like, no, you can't. Boundaries have to be set all around. You protect yourself all around. Because people will come. Listen, that's what I really learned was a big thing where I didn't know how to set them and respect my own boundaries. Because once you learn them, then you have to learn how to respect them, because it might be easy one time, and then the next time you're like, oh, okay. And I'm
having a weak moment.
I used to be such a mean girl that after being hurt and stuff, that then when I'm like, I don't want to be like that. So then I became like really nice. And then I felt like I didn't want to come off mean. So then I would let people get away with things because I didn't want to come off mean, or I didn't know how to set a boundary or whatever. And then it comes to this point where it's like, nah, everybody's walking all over me. I got to stand up for myself. And if you don't respect your own boundaries and take care of yourself, nobody else is going to respect it. So work, home, relationships, all that. You have to, people have to respect you, and you have to respect yourself. So just to say that I remember being there, and I am not anymore.
I am no longer there.
I am no longer there. I just
like
want to
that
put that
no
out
longer
there.
reside in this area. I fucks with it. I mean,
People will drag you through the mud.
Won't he? Oh God!
People will drag you, and you could be the nicest person. You could be the person that holds them down, do anything for them, and they'll walk all over you. You want to know why? Because you allowed it.
You know what? You didn't have to come for my life today. All
I'm
right, you didn't have to
saying.
do it.
I'm like, if I knew I was
do
coming to
it.
Wednesday prayer meeting,
Okay.
I would have been prepared because
And that's 2 months without my therapist. Okay.
Okay then.
I'm on 1 week without, because we missed yesterday and I gotta talk to her tomorrow. And I'm like, bitch, we gotta talk.
Girl, this is the result from my therapy session today. This is a cleansing, a washing, honey. I was like, get it all out. Just catch all of this.
Hate it. What are some of the? Did we talk about what are some of the boundaries that you learned?
Actually, that's good that we said that. So there's different levels to the boundaries, right? So I'm learning to set boundaries with people that I'm just meeting, like things that make me go, this is a no-go for me. this doesn't feel good. So remember how you said I set the boundary so quickly?
Yeah.
Like if you're setting expectations from me within 24 to 48 hours of knowing me, I think that's a good enough reason for me to have to set a boundary. You feel me? And this has happened on multiple occasions. From expecting text back in a certain amount of time, or if I don't answer the phone, you're double calling me or blowing me up.
What is text messaging and stuff? I'm sorry to quickly segue from that. What are the rules between? Is double texting allowed? is there a certain amount of time? I know shit happens, but out of etiquette, like
Right.
I'm a double texter.
And there's nothing wrong with being a double texter, but are you a double texter
Depends.
within the 24 hours of knowing that person?
Oh, no.
Right.
No.
Right. Like, I just feel like there's levels to the shit. Like, if you've been talking to somebody, then yeah.
Hey, Sherry.
If you've been talking to someone and you get into a rhythm and then things start kind of going off, yeah, you send a little double text or something, what's going on. But baby, not within 24 to 48 hours of knowing me. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, no. Well, 28 to 20. No, that's too. You got to be at least consistently talking for a little bit so that you already been able to establish a little bit of a pattern,
right?
Consistency. So now if they deviate from that, now you're like, but
what's going on?
Though?
So for me,
how
if you
even
come out
your number,
right? So I've been on these dating sites, and apparently, I'm learning though this day and age, people really like instant gratification. Because of social media and everything, people feel
they have social media.
Everybody feels like they have instant access to you. So if they send you a text and you don't respond right away, they feel like they're entitled to ask you why you're not responding, or they're entitled to follow up with a phone call. And if you don't answer that phone call, they feel they're entitled to double text you again. No. Like, if I'm from the age where if I call and you don't pick up, I'm not calling back again. If I text and you don't respond, unless I've known you for years, it takes me a while to really double text somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you also have to understand there's a whole person having a whole life outside of what you're doing right now. I was like, it was absolutely nuts. So on these dating sites, there were multiple people they would be cool enough to chat with on these dating sites. Then when I gave them my number, all of a sudden, it was, oh, where you go? Where's it? What you doing? Why you ain't texting me back?
Oh, hell no. Don't be asking me where I'm at.
Excuse me? No. I don't like that. I don't like that energy.
You will get left on red.
Not that early. So I went on a blocking spree. Blockity block the block. Like, I don't like that energy. I don't like that.
You know, you have to, a boundary, like how you said them instantly. I think something I do is space out automatically to let you know that I'm not always going to be around texting or calling and stuff, because if you set that up where you're so eager and excited at the beginning, then that's where the expectations, I think, start to come in.
So that's probably my problem. I be excited.
That's what happens to me.
I be excited.
And
then life happens though, but I'm like, but I'm busy. I'm still excited, but I'm busy.
But if you know that you're busy, if that's the type of person you are, and that eventually you're not gonna be able to answer and all that stuff, be authentic. Be authentic from the beginning and give them a little space so that they understand that you like space too. I think that works, where people then don't expect to be texting all the time. But now, I will also say, because I'm a Cancer and I'm emotional, if I do like you a certain level,
I'm gonna be texting you, okay?
Yeah, honey. Yeah. And you better answer immediately. Yeah, I am demanding.
Now, here's the thing I've learned, because the emotions are real. Yes, our emotions go, you better text me immediately. But where I learned to respect boundaries is I'm not going to now impose that on that person. Like, you ain't text me right back. Now, if it's somebody I've been with for years, I might get my toxic bag every once in a while. I might do it. I might do it.
Is a little toxicity okay?
I think it's healthy. Balance. It's a balance. To get in your bag every once in a while.
Oh, because I was like, girl.
Yes. Yes. If you like somebody and they like you and they're not acting right and you don't like it, maybe you might gotta act a little less.
A little bit.
Remind them just a touch. I don't know. Or it could be you guys have this thing where it does become toxic for a little bit, but you can't just let it always be toxic. It can't just always be toxic.
It's gotta be a balance. Right. You gotta have balance. You got to.
Yeah, a little bit of jealousy here and there, you know. You gotta, because somebody gotta feel wanted or like something. I don't know.
I feel like you're crazy about me, but not actually crazy.
But are you guys gonna are you guys gonna be able to handle that level of relation? Like, that's relationshipy, ain't it?
I can handle. I feel like as an emotional being, yes, I crave that. Yes, but it doesn't have to be a full on we're living together commitment. Like, give me all that energy. when we're in each other's space. Like,
yeah, I'm with
getting
her.
all of that.
I like that one. Yeah.
I like
Because
that. I
picked that one.
I feel like part of, my toxicity is that I want these things, but then if it comes near me, I'm like, oh,
Whoa,
I don't
daddy,
know.
yo.
I'm like,
Take
one,
it easy.
will, son.
and then I'm responsible for your feelings, and not responsible for but I gotta really consider these things. Like,
Yeah.
but that's me. That's part of me being single for a long time.
How long have you been single?
Child, how long is Avery?
Like
I don't
officially
know.
single, because I know everybody's gone through situationships in this good day and age.
Oh, okay. So all right. So no situationships, of course, because I would never count those.
They don't count. They don't.
I want to say like 9 years. 8, yeah, I think like 8-9 years.
I'll be doing stints, man. Oh man.
I mean, it gets easier after a while, because it's like, I don't necessarily have to answer to anybody. I don't have to talk to anybody if I don't want to, and stuff like that. I'm open to it, but like, I don't really.
It's not top priority. Yeah.
I've been doing this for so long,
Mm-hmm.
and even in a relationship, nothing is permanent. Like, so it's just kind of like,
whatever.
I'm just kind of like here,
just existing and shit.
Yeah. But I feel like you guys, I do want it, but I
I mean, I feel like in that time. In that time, though, I've been in situationships that have hurt me, so it's not like it was just because I was single, it didn't mean that I didn't go through hard stuff.
Situationships are like real relationships. They just can't be on that same level. Them situationships be real as fuck, because they'd be like they'd be like 8 months, like 1.2 years, like little dumb shit like that really be in a relationship.
Be impactful and shit. Be impactful like a motherfucker.
You be mad
in
loyal.
Relationships except for holidays.
You be single, right? You be single and whole relationship problems. Like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
How did I fucking get here?
And whole relationship problems.
Them things is real, honey.
They're fucking real.
We just can't relationship up because there was no title involved. There was still some limbo. Maybe it should have been over a long time ago. It's toxically awesome.
Toxic, yeah.
Because sometimes that toxic energy could be real, like, electrifying. Like,
oh my God. Addicting. Crack cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, things that kill you. Let's make it that type of addiction.
Fentanyl.
Let's make it that type of addiction.
No, it can be. I think, there was something that I realized. I was like, I don't even like you like that. You just feed my insecurities.
Hey, yo.
You feed my biggest insecurity that like makes me like, it keeps me there. It keeps
like
me there.
What? Like what example?
Before I was, before therapy, whatever, but I realized I needed validation.
Mm-hmm.
I needed validation from people, from even down to, work and everything else. Now, sometimes when you're an overachiever, that's what you're looking for, So I needed validation. I needed somebody to tell me like, you're good enough to be with, or whatever the case is. Fear of rejection. If I realized I'm like, all somebody has to do is like act like I'm not the shit.
And I'm gonna be on your ass.
But why not?
But I love you.
I can cook and I can clean and I can dance.
Look at me too.
I'm shiny and new. Look at me.
And when you realize, and then you look at them and you're like,
yo,
you treat me, nah,
bruh.
Because it at the end of the day, it's them feeding something that you need to heal. And so I've looked at a person and been like, you don't even like me. If you were to look at all of this and see our dynamic and stuff, you would realize we're not a good match. I just feed an insecurity in you that you need that validation, whatever else. So when I was, like at the beginning of therapy,
this is a whole nother therapy session. Come on.
Is it too much?
No, I'm here.
Here. Proceed.
Okay. Yeah, no. I had to like journal and really figure out where that need for validation came from and go back to wherever she was first born and talk to her and let her know that I'm here and we're doing great and she doesn't have to worry about anything. Like, I validate you. You don't need anything from anybody else. Everything that you have is here inside of you. And if if I believe in God strongly, so if God is that source for you or whatever that source is for you, you don't need anybody. You don't need anything. So nothing external, what I mean. So that was something that I learned where I had to go back to different points in my growing up, even at 21 or whatever, and be like, girl,
how do you even
chasing this
remember
and that,
that?
but you don't got it. Because you have to, that's part of the healing where you have to really sit there and figure out where it came from.
I've been trying to do that, and I feel like, nigga, I do not even remember what happened yesterday.
When I tell you us cancers can hold on to some memories of trauma and heartbreak, honey, we can hold it. We will remember. We remember. And there's moments where you really got to sit and, what up, Dre Robin said? There's moments where, like, you got to sit with yourself in complete silence because sometimes some stuff will just come up. Some shit will just come up. Like,
you got to quiet all the distractions, and cancers are good for that because we're going to show. And we'll be quiet and we'll sit there with ourselves and just look at each other like, but you have to silence everything else. And I needed to figure that out. Why that person came up again. Because you know what happened? I'm gonna be transparent. Remember, like, it's so crazy. The last time I was on here was the alpha female conversation.
Yep.
And I am so not that person. But there was, at that point, it was like our conversation was like right before this time where I had to sit and figure out why, my friendships weren't working out and why I was ending up in the same type of situations with men and whatever else. And then I thought I had healed a lot of that. And then I had somebody come into my life who mirrored this thing, who brought that insecurity out in a crazy way. And I was like, what are you doing here? I was like, that was 5 years ago, girl. We didn't figure something out, And so I had to sit again with myself and be like, what a confident woman wouldn't allow certain things like this. Like there was not a judging way of myself, but just like, what do I need to know? And when you ask that,
is it like, I don't know if how do I say it? So, say the last sentence that you said again.
A confident woman?
Yeah, the whole thing. A
confident woman wouldn't allow certain things.
Like, are you allowing it, or are you?
Remember that boundary conversation
like
I had?
Yeah.
So it is an allowance, because I mean,
I
don't know if it's an allowance.
If somebody treats you a certain way,
and it doesn't feel good,
one thing. That's not your fault.
Yeah.
If you go back and they treat you worse, and you go back and they treat you worse, they kind of toy around or whatever.
What if what they're doing only bothers you sometimes, but usually it's okay?
Bye.
What if it's just sporadic?
I hear you.
No, I'm thinking about a situation that I was recently in, and like a lot of things that was going on in that situation, I didn't necessarily like, but they didn't really bother me because of all the things that I had going on. Like, it actually, the way that they were happening, because it fit with my life. Like, I could get what I want when I wanted it, but at the same time, like, sometimes I wanted different things and I couldn't get that.
So you're feeding into these men that tell us that we're never satisfied. Right?
I mean, that's fine.
Right?
I hear you. It works for you because I get that. What you needed, you got when you needed it, but then when you needed other things, you didn't get it, but it didn't bother you because
you were too busy focused on
it went away, and then the next time that you needed something like toxic. Is that the word? I don't know.
That's what it's called. Everything
toxic,
but I mean, I feel like that everything is toxic, quite frankly. Everything is. Oh, I feel like whatever doesn't feel good to you should be labeled as toxic because that's literally the definition of toxicity. Something that's bad for you, right?
But does she? But I wish she was here. But
right, like damn it,
she...
we need the rest of this. We need the rest of this here. We need the follow up. Yeah.
Just because you can tolerate it doesn't mean it's a good thing. And that's what I'm gonna say when we get back.
Yeah, when she gets back to us, definitely.
No, just because you're okay with certain things doesn't mean that that's a good dynamic and that's what you deserve. And at this point, I get it. I get that we are busy and it's not a priority, but also the value and worth that I have, you got to treat me right. So I can't have somebody come into my life and give me less than I give myself and give me less than my friends give me. You know, like I think that's something that's going on too, especially with Black women. We are stepping out and stepping up and showing out for each other. Where that we're raising bars and raising standards for each other, where it's like, you can't come treat me worse than... No, I don't accept it from anybody. So why would I accept it from you?
And I think that's literally where I was at. Like before, I was that chick that, you know, I could link up and just do whatever. I wasn't that chick that respected or expected dates or being courted. And it took, you know, me and my bestie courting each other to really set that tone to like set the value. And we started taking each other out on like fancy dates and experiencing what that was like. And it was like, bitch, if we could do that for each other, we should be able to expect that from our partners too. What the hell? Or the people we're petitioning to be a partner. Like, what the hell? With no question. Come back, Sauce. Unmute it. Come back, baby.
I thought I was here saying mad words.
You're muted, baby.
Bitches just gonna ignore me.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
What'd you say?
I don't even remember because I was.
Well, I said about you that just because you tolerate it doesn't mean that it's a good thing. You can get, I mean, being okay with certain things doesn't mean that that's what you deserve.
Yeah.
No, I think that's why I realized that I had to kind of step back from it, because it was one of those things where, okay, just because it works for my life, technically, it doesn't mean that I deserve that. Like, that's crazy. You know, like at the end of the day, that's just crazy. So like, sometimes I wonder, like, even at this big age that we're at, right? Like sometimes when you do end up in these situations, you like it kind of what Shanita was saying, like, I'm too old for this shit. I dealt with this long time ago. Like this was some, you know, little kid shit. I shouldn't be dealing with that in this big age after all this time. That's why I asked the question about allow, because it's like sometimes you kind of just fall into that kind of situations, and then you have to sit back and be like, what the hell? The hell is
what the hell am I doing? What is
you don't think that there was the flags?
Oh, the flags was there, but we wasn't looking at them.
How you just fall into it?
Like I'm saying, like their flags was there, but again, like it kind of worked.
They weren't red; they were fuchsia. They were lilac.
I saw them, but it wasn't like they did it not work. It was just kind of like it worked, but this is not what I deserve. Like I obviously deserve more than this, but I guess in a way I'm allowing it, but at the same time, I don't feel like it's
it's not draining you. It's like it's whatever.
It's not like that's that resilience, which I've added to strong, where I know some people say that resilience isn't bad. And not that it's bad, but I'm just saying, like, just because you can deal with it doesn't mean that it's not,
I don't want to.
You've gotten used to it. You've gotten used to being disappointed or whatever, or not getting what you wanted. And I don't want to also make it seem like everything's an issue and there can't be anything wrong, or there can't be some things that somebody lacks and I lack it, you know?
Yeah.
But if the things that the person doesn't give you is something that you really need, and they know what makes you happy and they don't want to do it, but they're fully capable of doing it, that's where you got to go.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if you don't know, you know, certain things we let pass it in its growth, and it's something that I'm working on, and we all have work to do, but there's certain things that you just can't let go. It's like, I ask you for simple stuff. and you don't want to do it. It's not that you can't, it's that you are making a choice not to do these things. Bye.
Yeah.
Because why
I think that's
here?
the difference for me. I think that's always the difference for me. I'm willing to compromise when it's not a choice. Like if you have no other choice, then yeah, I'm willing to bend and figure it out. But when you're choosing not to give me
Or you're
what
choosing to be an asshole.
that too. Like then no. There's no compromise in that. Now you're just playing with me. Fuck out of here. Now you're just playing.
With your stupid
There
ass.
you go. And they're both that allow.
I mean,
I mean,
Tasha said, compromise in any relationship is not the move. How do you guys feel about that?
I do believe that you do have to have any, and that's just what I said. Like, if it's a situation where it's not a choice, it's you have to compromise in order to make it work. I'm with that because I honestly, you're two totally different individuals trying to come together and figure out each other. So there's going to have to be some level of compromise.
I agree. I think that what you have to compromise can't drain you or is not authentic or like, you're being fake about it. Because I think people do that where they change things about themselves to compromise and then they're bitter. And then they're like, I changed for you and I not really like this and I needed this and I needed that. And it's like, nobody asked you to do that.
Yeah, so like there's levels to it. Like you're not compromising who you are as a person. Hell no. But you definitely can make a compromise to what you're used to and the way you operate and things like that. But who you are, hell no, ain't no compromise.
And I think we tend to try to change for people.
Yeah.
And they don't tend to change for us. That's one thing.
Do we ever really change or do we just put on a good mask?
I think it's a good mask because that's where that resentment comes from.
Because that's why people get mad. That's why people get mad.
That's resentment. That's why like I knew you wasn't shit, nigga. I knew it.
Ooh, that's a real question. Do we ever change or we just get better with the mask?
Come on.
I feel like people can change.
Oh no, people can change if they want to change. But if you're changing for somebody else,
you
ain't changing.
No. Oh no.
You ain't changing.
Ooh.
No.
Scary.
You ain't changing.
There was a scenario that got some pretty big pretty big engagement on the Henny and Hotwings group that I wanted to ask you guys about. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here it is right here. It was an exchange between, and this is just a little quick fun thing to do in between the questions. It was an exchange between this man and this woman who I guess had just metish kind of, and that they were going out maybe for around the firstest time-ish.
Okay.
All of those things. So this is her. She says, so what's the move so I can plan accordingly? And he says, meet me at L something beach at 4. We can grab a smoothie and chop it up. She says, I have an impromptu meeting scheduled for 5 p.m. now. I can meet you at 7 p.m. He's like, bet. She's like, are you on a diet? And he says, I'm fasting. So then she says, cool, I'd rather go to dinner somewhere. Are you okay with that? And he says, you must be paying. She says, that's never an issue. And he says, okay, I can dig it. I'll be off my fast on Thursday. So she says, is there an issue with you paying? And he's like, nope, you suggested dinner though. Whoever suggests pays.
What?
So she gave him the how to get away with murder. Viola Davis, you know that gift which
picks up her purse and get the hell out of there.
So she gives him that gift and he responds, you may not be worth taking to dinner. I have to see what your mind is like. You may not be my type. I'm not your ordinary guy. If you want to decline, I respect that. And she says, I already know you're not my type or worth my time. Have a nice evening.
I like her.
I hate it here.
So there was a big. I mean, it did pretty well in the stratosphere of social media on the page, and this is one of the first discussions that it picked up. But per usual, most of the men were like, "Oh, she's a gold digger. She tried to get him for a free
A
meal."
meal.
And
It's
yada,
a
yada, yada.
meal.
A lot of the chicks are like, he's corny, he's a clown because he didn't have to say all that. So I wanted to check in with you guys to see where we're at with that.
When I tell you I'm shaking,
Right. It's the levels of
triggered.
fuckery. It's the levels of fuckery for me. Like levels of fuckery. You started off with the fuck shit. You started off offering a smoothie date. Now I understand if you want to if you can't afford to do dinner off rip, you just want to do a smoothie date to meet up. But
Is it about afford if you
that's what I was just about to get into
bill?
it. But you doing it as a preliminary, like a pre-date to determine whether I'm worth taking on a date. You're a piece of shit. It takes nothing to feed a person. That's it. Y'all act like we are asking for houses, cars, Lamborghinis.
I just want to know when the fuck buying food for you and a person became tricking. This is what I don't understand.
I'm a trick because I feed my friends. I feed everybody. I just be feeding everybody. I'm such a trick, y'all. I be feeding everybody.
Trick.
I'm a trick. Where the hoes at? This is crazy.
I felt like when it was 4, it was like, okay, a smoothie, that's cool. Like if you're into the low key, if you're into that.
But I'm the date.
I'm the type that's like, nah, you gotta take me on a date for the first time. And not because you have to spend money or anything, but like, don't you want to impress me at all?
Effort, exactly.
Yeah,
effort.
And like, I think the date though.
My other thing too that I tell people, because people are like, just to get to know them, you're just now getting to know them. By the time that I'm actually coming out my house and putting on lashes and a cute outfit, I know a little bit more about you.
That's what I told somebody today. A pre-date is not a smoothie. A pre-date is a fucking FaceTime or a phone call. That's a pre-date. I'm not pre-dating. If we go to get a smoothie after we've been talking on the phone, my nigga, that's a date. God damn it. If I want to get up with you, put on a cute pair of sneaker and go and have some Dunkin' Donuts hash browns, then okay, it's a fucking date.
Yeah.
So, like whatever. Like, but I'm not everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like we have this thing where women are like, the first date needs to be impress me, and men, and this is general, not everybody, not every woman and not every man, but some men feel like they want to do the little pre-date, whatever, and then after date 3, then they can do a lot for you. And
no,
it's
I
like,
thought that after date 3, she was supposed to start pulling out her wallet.
No, she's supposed to have sex.
Yeah, that's
after date 3. Yeah. Or they have to, because we had to drag one of my clients, and I didn't want it to be him, but he was like, after the second or third date, I need to know that we're going to have sex. And I'm like, if it's a transaction, hire somebody.
Right.
Skip all the other stuff and just pay.
Why
is this a transaction?
I don't understand. What do you mean after the third date I expect to have sex? Because what? Your fucking $60 worth of food is
that's what my vagina's worth. What? What?
Do you know how many men feel that way? Or they say, taking you out to dinner or doing whatever this is, it's paying for sex. And I'm like, it's because you're making a transaction.
Because that's what you are ultimately here for. You're not here to actually get to know me. You just want sex. And don't get me wrong, we're adults. And yes, we're going to be sexually attracted to each other. But when you actually want to get to know somebody, you're not thinking about it that way. You're not thinking about, am I going to get sex at the end of this or not? You're not thinking about that.
I saw a quick clip. I didn't watch it because I don't really watch Joe Biden, but somebody had posted it where he said that inflation is curbing cheating or whatever because dates are expensive, and all this thing of people dating multiple people that ended up spending men are ending up spending mad money, and then it's kind of going down the drain. And that's where it's like, maybe you should do the little conversation pre-date and see if you like, see if there's something.
FaceTime a bit.
Before I want to spend money on somebody, I at least like, I don't want to have to go out with you 3 times to figure out if I
actually like you.
If I actually can stomach you. Like, I might get on the phone with you and be like, you know what? It's actually not a good idea for us to even go out on a date. I think men need to do a better vetting process of who they're actually taking out, and maybe only take out the people who show interest in you, who align with the way that you think about things, and leave everybody else the fuck alone.
Oh, that's real, because you're right. I feel like every man will approach, especially on like these dating sites, a complete stranger of like immediately, let me take you out. Let me take you out for drinks and some food. And I'm like, well, can we talk on the phone? Can we FaceTime? I need to know if I even want to be in your presence.
Because
like, I don't.
It's almost like that dinner, that first date dinner is now the prize to be held. Like, they, for some reason, think like that is like the bargaining chip, or the
I'm a real man because I'm offering dates.
Yeah, the key to whatever they want. And I feel like when we don't force them to at least be creative on that first date, like I don't want them to feel like, I don't like you because it's not because we didn't go to a fancy place. I don't like you because you suck.
You
like
suck. Yeah.
We could go bowling. We could go to the beach.
Exactly.
We could go and like, it doesn't have to be. And that's where people get me wrong, I think, because
I think they get most women wrong. I think they see social media and these celebrities who talk about all the shit that they do and think that that's all women.
Like that. I don't have city girls money to behave like that. So chill.
See, but I want you. I'll post stuff that's like first date, and it's like Greece. Like it's a picnic. I like that stuff, but at the same time, I'm somebody that I'm not okay with the bare minimum ever. But if you're creative in a different way, it doesn't have to be you spending mad money. It doesn't have. It has to be something like you thought about me. These men and me being vegan.
Everything's a salad. Is everything a salad?
What?
Where do you want to go? Because you're vegan and it's hard, and I don't know where to go. And you might, let's go to Earl's
I love Earl's.
Me too. Earl's has a good little menu, but I didn't have that little katsu bowl or whatever it's called a few times.
She said, "I'm sick of Earl's."
Every single time. And the buffalo cauliflower, but even if we don't go anywhere crazy, the fact that you like Googled it and looked it up and was like, "Ooh, this place has
called and made a reservation."
It's
vegan ravioli. Like, ooh, this place has they got good reviews on vegan tacos. Like something.
But you know what?
It's the effort, like most said. Effort.
I feel like we always screen that as ladies, right? And as I always hang around the fellas. The first thing that comes flying out their mouth: we're men, we're not thoughtful. That's the reason why we're men. We don't think like you guys do. And you think that's a cop-out?
Yeah.
They're human.
Because I very far and few between have met a man that has been that thoughtful. Very far and few between. Very far and few.
There are some, and it sometimes depends on how much they want you or respect or value you. True. How much they want to actually impress you. But I do think that sometimes we can dream and have these visions that are so grand that maybe we have to
we got to chill a little bit.
Teach them or give them patience to learn that and be like, oh, look at this. Don't you like that? Because I don't think that men were just coming out the gate putting rose petals and candles all over the hotel room. I don't think that. I don't know.
I don't think they were.
I don't think that was them.
Some of them probably are.
They are, but I'm saying I don't think they came up with that.
Oh, no, that definitely. Absolutely not.
Some woman taught them how to do that. No, I'm kidding.
They are not
for real though. Somebody did teach them that. Look at what Sherry said. She said they are not wired the same. It's not a cop out. Oh, sorry. Can I read
No, keep going. Keep going.
Okay. They can achieve, but definitely need to be coached. Okay. It's me, Mo. I'm not gonna. Now we know Andre.
She.
A gentleman and a scholar.
Yes, he is a romantic, okay?
Yes,
So I'm like,
Jay.
they definitely did not think of that first, but there are some that literally are like that they're just sweet hearts.
I need to experience
What up,
that.
Trey?
What up, Dre?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Ding
Here
dong.
we go.
Bing bong, Dre.
I need to experience that.
I'm
Can I
just
say,
waiting for Dre to, want to
Here
get
we
his
go.
life together so that, he know what's up.
I know that's right.
Dre loves it too. Look at him.
Not the
Bing
bing bing. He's eggy.
Bing bong.
But no, you're actually right, Taj. I see that there was another comment that came up that says, like you also said, me. Like if a man is actually really interested, they will start showing those sides, or even being open to being coached how to show those sides. So
That's
If he
why
hates, there's nothing you could do about
there
it.
ain't shit you can do about it.
I've recently been kind of a monster online, at least with like people that are interested in me. This was 2021 me. I've matured, like in this
last year.
This
22,
was
22.
all the way.
It was a whole year ago. Okay, a whole year ago.
But when I would say what I wanted and a man would make me feel like it was too much, then I would raise the standard again. And I'd be like, okay, well, now I want to go on a cruise. Or, for the first date, something. Just
Step
because
it up a notch.
Just because if you're already making me feel a way about something that I don't even think is that big of a deal. It's me setting a standard of what I like and not something that I can't match back because I am a great, like I would plan and do all that stuff. Then you don't really appreciate me. That's how and it's probably ego, but at the end of the day, I feel like you have to set the standard. And you can't do it at going to a smoothie place and then having some man granted again 4 p.m. whatever, but this is somebody new.
Girl, she was just
then the next time
at 7 p.m. She didn't want no motherfucking
right, no
listen, but then if you don't set the standard high, then the next time they're gonna think that that's what you like and that's how you are because you're the laid back girl that was okay with certain things. And I gotta be true. I gotta be honest.
You have to keep coming for me like this. I just feel like
I'm not offended, but I am.
Like at me next time.
No, I'm not offended, but I am the laid back girl. Like
that's me.
First of all, my problem is I don't want to get dressed up. I don't want to put on clothes. So if we can literally go and chill at the beach and fucking eat fish and chips,
that's perfection for me.
Yeah,
and is that fine for you every time?
No, not every time.
Sometimes I do want to be razzle dazzled a little bit.
I think that once you get to know me, like those things will come out. Like you'll know, like you'll be able to say, "Yo, get dressed up. We're gonna do something different. We're gonna go here. We're gonna do."
How they gonna know? Are you gonna tell them?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I'm a steak aficionado. Like, how you mean? There's no
okay.
steak.
No, I'm just making sure that I'm making sure that it's not just like stuck in there, and that we now want to read minds.
No, I'm not opposed to anything, and y'all know, like I don't have no motherfucking problems telling a nigga what I want to eat. When it comes to food, we don't have a problem. If I do want to go to, Del Frisco's, we're gonna go to Del Frisco's. If you don't want to take me, that nigga will.
I'll take my damn self, bitch. Okay.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't expect the world in the beginning because you do need room to grow and whatever. But I'm also not always that person that just wants to go by the beach. So I think I get afraid of
falling into
starting off a certain way and then and so then when you're trying to like break through and like let's do something nice, you don't take me out, I want to put my lashes on, I've got to go out with my friends to do it, I'm gonna take myself out on a date. No,
not when you have a partner. I don't want to have to be that person if I got a partner.
No, I want to go like sometimes I get a new outfit or a new dress and I'm like, ooh, I want to prance. Yeah.
Okay, don't you want like that person to do it? But then they're like, oh, don't you just want to sit home and watch me play video game, or whatever they say. So then you gotta maybe find somebody else. Like nobody wants to do that.
No.
So
And I think that's not a good opportunity. That's not a good thing either. I think that's the point where you're like, listen, are you not going to be able to do that for me or what? Because just finding somebody to put that Band-Aid over that wound or whatever is only going to cause more friction where you're supposed to be working it out and talking and communicating and building.
Oh, tell it. Tell them. Tell them. Oh my God, hate video games.
Somebody got triggered.
Jeez.
Well, hello, Amanda. Hello, love.
I see.
Because we're rounding up to the end. What is this one? Leveling up as you get further along in life and in success as a successful businesswoman, all kinds of stuff. Do you feel like your standards for men will level up too? Like you said earlier, like you were, just a nice person. But do you feel like once you start, bringing in your millions and you're buying properties and shit like that, do you feel like you still will have the same mentality? Like, I just want somebody who's nice and I like back,
I did. I said kind. I think I corrected it to kind because there's a difference between nice and kind. I feel like nice people act nice. Kind people are truly kind.
Ooh,
I want a
that's
truly
a
kind person.
There's a lot of men out here that believe that they're a nice person and that everybody that they shoot their shot at, they should give a chance to because of the fucking point that you're a nice person. Fuck you.
You actually a douchebag.
Exactly. No.
I think nice people are nice with a motive, not a motive in mind, but there's a lot of people who have a result attached to it.
Mm-hmm. That I'm only nice if I'm going to get this outcome.
Woo, child, because I see that a lot.
Come on.
And I look at them and I'm like, you sit here and you act the same way, but if I know it's to get something.
Mm-hmm.
And I need somebody who's kind that just is kind.
Yeah.
And granted, you can still want stuff, but like, if you weren't getting anything, are you going to treat me a different way or block me, whatever the case? But I think kindness, and like I said, I mean, it'll probably level up. It might level up.
I feel like it will. I even outside of like financially leveling up, like even when you heal or mentally you mature or get better, like your taste becomes more refined. I've watched it happen physically, like scrolling through dating apps. The guys that I would usually swipe right on in a heartbeat, the little rascal, little grungy looking guys that you just know are fucking trouble because now you've learned and grow. Now I look at them and I'm like, oh,
I don't want it.
I don't want it. Oh God, no. I'm looking for stable now. I'm looking for peace. I'm looking for daddy.
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask something really quickly though? But what if you're continuously growing and leveling up and healing and stuff?
Right.
Is it ever going to be enough? When do your standards and taste and stuff stop changing or
I don't think it
going
ever
up,
does.
whatever.
As humans, I'm sorry to cut you off. Was you gonna say something?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as humans, like we're ever evolving, right? So I think the whole point of relationships is finding that person that's okay with evolving together.
Say that, Mo.
That's it. That's it.
Say that.
And that's I think a scary part of things too, because I heard somebody say they got divorced because they were evolving and the person stopped growing.
Yeah.
That's my story
and that
too.
So
that's very scary.
I think eventually, in every relationship, we eventually settle. Because there's always going to be more. There's always going to be somebody who has this, somebody who has that. But in settling, I don't mean it in a bad way, but we're deciding like,
yeah, it's a choice.
Yes.
I'm choosing you.
I can deal with this one. This one works for me. I'm getting what I deserve. It's not bad. I'm not settling for anything.
You're worth it.
Yeah.
You're worth the hard times and whatever else.
Yeah.
That 80-20 rule, because everything outside be looking all glittery and gold and better till you get it, and you be like, hold up, this wasn't quite what I thought. This wasn't it. It's actually rotting from the inside out. This is not it. So yeah, I think it is a 100% choice, especially any type of long-term relationship. It's a choice. Like, I'm choosing you. I'm choosing to go through this life with you on a daily basis. Like, let's do it.
Bing bong.
Choose me.
Bing bong.
That's
That's why Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell never married. She said that she didn't want to force him. She said that she wanted them to make a choice every single day to be with each other.
Choose me, right? Yes, we are
Choose
both Cancer
me.
gang. Cancer gang.
Yes, you know we are, Dre. You love us.
Not the
Yes, we are, Dre.
You're so aggy.
Yeah, it bothered me. No, I'm gonna start
He's
jumping
your
in.
sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Libra gang.
But he's Libra October, so like that's male. Libra October male.
I mean, my brother's cool. But I'd say my brother's a Libra. My daddy too. I actually rock with the Libra October males. I rock with them.
Avery's a Libra, October Libra. I feel like September Libra men are. We know.
I've never
girl.
really met a September Libra.
Yes, you have.
Oh,
we'll talk about it after we get off the call.
Right. Once this live is over.
Yeah. Out here. So yeah, I
met a few.
Shady. But I dealt with one Libra October males, and I was like, oh nigga, no, never again. So like those, I do know a lot of October. Well, there are more October Libras than there are regular ones, September ones. That's not nice to say.
Hi, Amanda. I'm a Leo rising, and that's why I'm here like this. I like to shine sometimes.
Shine.
Yeah.
I'm stepping into it.
I'm here. Listen, you stepping into them squat. I'm sorry. Roar. It's time to end the live. Because I'm
just saying.
I'm about to misbehave.
That ass, man.
That ass stuff. We might as well end it the way we started it. That ass.
That ass. I don't know.
I will see you in the gym soon.
Who?
Sauce.
No. You, big sauce.
Yep.
It's February 2nd. What happened?
And today I didn't do no walk. I didn't do no 75, anything. I do got my water here drinking, and I still ain't drank no alcohol.
Me neither. I still ain't drank none.
Yeah, I'm 31 days strong today.
Yes.
No alcohol, no cakes and cookies and all of my things.
It's sad but happy at the same time. I'm on day 25.
Where am I supposed to find a where? I don't know what I'm saying. Damn it. What was I gonna say?
What are you trying to find? The gym?
No.
A squat rack?
No.
I will make you a split, sis. I'm there now. I know how to do certain things to figure out these games.
I'm gonna start. I've been actually like fucking around because we've been about to go, and then my life. I just gotta get through this next 2 weeks because I don't know what the fuck is happening.
I'm gonna come back in 2 weeks because I feel like I heard this before.
Oh, get her.
And I love you to death. But I'm just saying.
Get her.
We have to, look out for each other.
Oh no.
She used to be my workout buddy with Dre.
Yep. But then Dre said that he was gonna start coming to Boston to work out once a week, and he don't do it. And now Dre,
he would though for you. He would.
How you doing,
he
Dre?
It was the tongue action for me.
She is very shady. I know what a damn gym at.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to it after I go to my Sonobello appointment tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Sonobello is not.
I'd only do it for you, Sauce. See the love, that freaking love,
Libra love.
It's real too.
Stop. You better stop before I come on Friday Night Live and flirt with you in front of your audience. Okay. I'm gonna be jumping in on those. Dre Rob has a podcast on Friday nights on Instagram called Friday Night Live, and I'm gonna jump in it because I have actual beef with Shao because Shao was saying that dude in the scenario was right, and like Shao went in, and I was like, "Am I reading your sarcasm?" And I was like, "You know what? The thing is, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. So I'm very much going to be in that live so that I can tell Charles that you are too big and pretty to be encouraging corny clown ass behavior.
That's trash.
You've got to stop. I'm not going to stand for it. You too big. You're too big and pretty.
You're too big and pretty.
Dre would never.
Dre
right.
would. That's what I said.
Never.
Dre would never. Dre would never. He would never. 10 p.m. So don't be coming here promoting your show.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Your little show somewhere else.
Not your little show.
Your little podcast. No, I'm just fucking with you. Speaking of podcasts, Shanita, I'm glad that you're here. It's 2222222. And somewhere around this last week, Henny and Hotwings celebrated 6 years. I don't know I never remember the exact date.
It's all right.
But that's fine. That's very much fine. But yeah, there was 6 years strong, and we are thriving. And
congrats.
Yeah, thank you very much.
For real though, you've done a lot, and I'm proud of you. Listen.
Definitely. Let me give you your flowers.
You remember the beginning.
From the beginning.
Remember the beginning.
Okay.
And you have a production, sis.
Yes.
The stuff that you've done. We don't have the time.
Girl, we don't got the time. It's time to go.
We don't have the time, but if I had the time.
Come on, talk about it.
You don't got the
time. Thank you for having me. I had fun.
This was so fun.
Yeah, this felt good.
Fun.
It's never long enough.
I know. And then it used to go on. We used to just let the shit happen, but then, attention spans, once we get into the metaverse, things will be different, but but we're definitely, obviously we're gonna have you back. It's not gonna be a whole 4 years later, or 5 years later. So
girl, a whole celibacy, like a lot happened since that last time, and I'm gonna go back and listen to that to see who I was.
Me too. Come on!
I know I'm completely different. The stuff that I remember certain things, and I'm like, not cringe because I'm not gonna judge myself, but wow, the growth.
Jill, I mean, Mo and I have decided that that while Jill Badu is taking her sabbatical, that we're gonna be having guest hosts, and along with our guests. So we'll
be seeing you.
Out to tap in.
Come on.
Yeah.
I'm here Wednesdays.
Yes, Wednesdays at 8:30. So tell us.
I got more Henny and Hotwings shirts too.
Oh, I know that's right. Run through them, baby.
Tell us where we can find your life and everything that you do.
Oh my gosh. Just look for Naughty Girls. That's my personal. Plant-based Naughty is the food. Salvage Roots is the salon.
Where is the salon?
Come through. The salon is 190 Washington Street, Dorchester. We specialize in natural hair, but we have somebody for everything at this point. It's amazing. There, the energy is everything.
I got somebody that do weeds.
Yes, we do.
Oh, shoot. Gotcha.
We don't have a braider right now. If you know anybody, if anybody's looking for a new home, that has some talent and work ethic and just wants to thrive. That's the space that we are in, and that's the space that I provide. And I just want to say one of my favorite things about the salon is that we try to cultivate a space that feels like a retreat for Black people. From the world, and I wanted to feel like an oasis or something where you can relax and fall asleep and take a break. So come through. SalvageRoots.com, and and then I'm on TikTok too, but
now that I know what's up with the salon.
Come get a steam, get a scalp massage.
I'm gonna get a scalp, and I'm gonna get a bundled put in there.
Put in there.
I mean, yes, we'll talk afterwards.
We'll talk. So make sure you guys go follow her. Mo, take us out.
Yes, make sure you follow me, Ms. Mo Filla, on everything, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also follow my website, MsMoFilla.com. Also make sure you check out Inside the Maze, the critical breakdown, and see what I'm doing over there. And what you got going on, Saucy?
Henny and Hotwings. We're gonna be doing a lot more and pushing a lot more content here on Henny and Hotwings too, and getting those episodes out pretty good. We're gonna do some cool shit around this thing. So make sure you guys go subscribe and like and leave a review on Apple Podcasts and iTunes and SoundCloud and Stitcher and all things like that. Share it with a friend. Let them know that you're listening. All the great things, yada yada yada. And Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the morning, 8 to 11 each weekday morning. Just come in and have some fun.
Vibes every single morning, bro.
My favorite thing in the morning is to go into Instagram live and look Danielle directly in the face.
In her face. In her face.
I look her. I wish she could see me, but I look her directly in the face. And the other day, she had somebody on, and I almost threw a fit until I realized it was only because somebody was on that she turned the thing. And I was like, oh, I can calm down.
I'm relaxed.
I can stop being
when
crazy.
That Instagram don't go on, I get the text messages like, where y'all at? Y'all are late all the time.
And if I gotta come and plug it in, come on now. And because I'd be like, what's I miss your face. I'm just saying I miss your face. I love seeing it in the morning.
So make sure you guys follow us. Thank you guys for coming. We're officially out of here. Shanita, hold tight. You guys will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming.